To our November 26th Commissioners Court meeting. Let the record reflect that we have a quorum. All the commissioners are here. I want to call the meeting to order. Ask that you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance followed by a word of prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
You'll bow your head for me, please. Lord, thank you for the time we come together, and this is a special time of year that we hopefully everybody will stop and just reflect on all the positive things that are going on today. There's a lot of negative out there, but this is a time we stop and just say thank you for all the blessings that we've received and the positive things that are going on in our country and for our county and our city. Lord, thank you for this time that we can come together and help us to conduct our business in the way you want us to. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Please be seated. They took the seal down and hung it. That's pretty, but oh. Yeah. All right, item number 4, public comments. Have any?
Yes, sir.
Moving right along. Item number 5, announcement, possible discussion of items of public and community interest for which no action will be taken. We've got the lighting of the town. I think it's Saturday, right? Encourage everybody to come out and join us in that. That's it. They say the lights are going to be extra special this year. It's kind of a neat occasion. Lots of good things going on there at the courthouse on Saturday. What else you got?
Sanderson County Outreach had their community Thanksgiving feast. It's an annual thing. It was their 15th year. I think a lot of people from New Destiny Church. There was up to 140 vehicles, all stopping in, getting a drive-through plate. Dee Dee got together some stuff for stuffing, and we did some cakes, and people pulled together a lot of volunteers.
What is it?
It was this past weekend.
What was this past? Okay.
It showed they did 361 plates.
Yeah.
But my boss, she does one too, and she did 400 and...
We did 438 meals that we passed out from our little church in Willis, so it was a blessing.
People are very grateful, and I enjoyed watching them.
That's Saturday.
Sunday.
Was it Saturday?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? If not, we'll move on. We're going to go out a little bit out of order today. Item number 6, consider approval of claims. It's a holiday, and they want to have that approved so they can rush back over and print our paychecks out. Anybody see anything that caught their eye? So I did see one thing, I was gonna bring it to everybody's attention. There's a fuel man card in here on the weeklies, or might not be this particular one, but and the bill is $15,000. And I'm like, that's for 1 month?
Yeah, that's what they usually, that's low.
Yeah, that action.
Yeah.
Usually.
That's low?
Plus, yes.
Yeah, well, we're not, I know we talked about going back to where they got the fuel right there. That hadn't happened yet?
No, sir.
Oh, at the precincts?
No, sir.
I know we talked about that. I think the general fund ever got reimbursed for that facility out there.
Did they get theirs through Langford?
No. They buy it through a fuel man, it's a card, they just pull up to the station and it's kind of
That we're not supposed to be, as of July, we're not supposed to be taxed on fuel anymore. We
diesel.
get,
It's just diesel,
We
right?
ain't never supposed to be taxed on fuel.
and you're
Yeah,
supposed to
they-
let your vendor know, so if they're not using Lighters, they need to probably make sure
Are
they're
you
not.
sure it's gas too? I thought it was just diesel.
Okay, our fuel man card, we don't get charged tax on that, and we get a big discount on the fuel card.
Because I think we're getting reimbursed from Lighters from July to. I'm hoping it's both. Because we need both at the precinct.
I didn't hear what you said.
I'm hoping it's for gas and diesel, because we use
Well, I
both at
know
the
that,
precinct.
you can buy off-road diesel, and my question that in the past is, why aren't we getting the tax off because we're off-road? They said, no, if you get the income from the state tax, you're gonna have to pay it, so we always have to pay it. So if they change that, I've seen your email, I'm grateful, hopefully we'll get some of that back. I thought it was just diesel.
I'll have to find out if we get reimbursed, okay?
That'd be a plus.
Anything else on the bills?
I make a motion for that bill.
Have a motion by Commissioner Martino,
I'll second that.
second by Commissioner Donovan. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0. I seen so much good news under number 7, we might as well do that too. $200,000 or $300,000 in revenue certification for precinct 2. That's a good guy.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Mars, a second by Commissioner Donovan. Any other questions or concerns?
Thank you, Ms. Caroline. Thank you, Ms. Margie. Thank y'all.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. Now, item number 10, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve solicitation of appraisal services through small procurement on Mid-Mod project acquisition.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'll sign here, you probably had yours marked.
We love you, don't we?
Judge, that's, for what I have to do out on Rocky Creek. I rode out there to be able to acquire that property out there, so it's the approval for appraisal.
Two pieces of property.
2 pieces of that.
Thank you. That means there'll be 2 bills, but it's still. So we're just gonna contact some local appraisers.
3 or 4 appraisers, see, who comes in with the best bid on it.
That's not commercial property, so when we bought this property that we're sitting on, I remember we had Judge Ellison with RE appraisals, if they appraised it. And then when we got ready to do the innovation center, we had to have another.
So is it,
And it was classified by them as commercial property, and we couldn't do it. So that's not commercial, that's not commercial.
is this a step you have to do for the grant to get court?
Yeah.
if you're gonna buy property with government money, they wanna make sure you appraise it so you don't pay too much.
If y'all have any recommendations on quotes, send them to me, so I can give them a call.
Appraisers they're gonna know what everything's going for. Sometimes you deal with people who are not into real estate that much, and they're very appreciative that we had it appraised, because they would have took this, and appraisers said, look, it's all good, they have the fair price.
How many does he need this to?
How many appraisals? How many bids?
How many?
Morning, Commissioners, morning, Judge. You need to attempt at least 3. And you need to have a response from 2.
All right, you get that? Great thing. I'll make that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Matuno. Second by Commissioner Sweeney. Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. It's unanimous, 5-0. Trying to think, there used to be about 3 in the county. I don't know if there's already appraisers at precinct 3. There used to be a fellow named Chad Morgan, here forever and ever, lived in precinct 4 in River Oak subdivision, but I don't think Chad's around anymore. There's some fellas, at least one fellow in Shepherd named, come on, Mark. Do you know these guys? I think Martin's still crazy too. Mark. What's his name? Bruce Martin?
Oh, yes. Brian. No, Bruce, just Bruce.
Bruce was a now, is Bruce, I ain't seen Bruce lately.
Yeah, he still does it. He do it right there, right past the old extension office, Luke, on the left. He's right there in that curve.
Okay. So, just send them get in touch with them, ask them to turn in something with a price on what they do. Appraisals.
Give them all that rank,
I'm not sure if there's one in
No,
there used to be a guy in the Marsh, after Marsh, on Alaska, but I don't know if Marsh is still there. My history goes back 40 years. Just some names for you to,
You say stands for Marsh.
Stanton Marsh, but he may or may not still be there. I was talking to somebody about him the other day, and I didn't know if he was still there. All right, that gives you. All right, number 11, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve memorandum of understanding with Disaster Services Corporation, Society of St. Vincent de Paul for Beryl recovery efforts, DR 4798.
It's Miss Shannon Granado.
Good morning.
She has more information, but they're providing case management for the long-term recovery from Beryl and storms from last year.
Last time I think we did something that involved case management, I want to say debt content, but that's been a while back. Now, we may have had some since then, but I know at one time have y'all been like selected by the state to do that? Or?
Yes, we are working under HHSC and TILM, federally funded through the federal government. So we are the state vendor for the.
Y'all are the state's vendor. It's not like you're just the first one to get out here and ask us to. If you're supposed to be going out for proposals that you know, y'all are the state vendor.
We are.
So where are you going over here?
They come in to talk to me briefly and send the facilities, and I told them there shouldn't be any problem if they're open using them, but they want an MOU. I think the judge had another idea, so. They left the address on there mainly because that's the address we had.
What's the address on the MOU?
Yeah, we can.
When is this going to start? How long?
It has already been started. We've been doing this since July, and we are scheduled to. Final end is July of next year, but we are in process of asking for an extension for an additional year to There's been hiccups, there's been shutdowns, things like that, that causes delays in new dispatches to come to. But we also, just in your county alone, we had over 4,000 registered, so. And 4,244 to be exact.
In Section County law?
Yes, and I covered 22 counties that
Yeah, well, they were back
Yeah, I was trying to get them to amend it.
So one more time, how many did you have in Tennessee County?
4,244.
And that was for both bids?
No, that's just for Beryl.
So are you doing for April Floods?
We do have another team that is, and I believe Jacinto is part of their counties, so a totally different team. I cover 22 counties under Beryl personally, and we have another program manager that covers the Durango storms. But that's what they're calling it. I think it happened about 3 weeks prior to Beryl, something like that. Tornadoes, flood.
We call it the April.
yeah, because it was like right at the end of April.
47, 81.
Rain halfway through May.
Yes, it's 4781.
We got 2 spaces over there, don't we?
Yes, sir.
Are you good with the memorandum, Judge?
Yeah, they're the state bidder.
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
I'll say.
They're gonna be doing lots of, helping a lot of our constituents, get some, 2,244. So I have a motion by Commissioner Natuno, a second by Commissioner Dominic. That says we're gonna provide the water and the electricity and all that. I don't know if we're gonna provide you a phone, you just say.
My teams are very equipped, they have their own laptops, Wi-Fi.
We do have, that's part of that that's what's so innovative about the Innovation Center. We got lots of ports to plug in, so you could, while you're over there, if you wanna invent a few widgets or something like that, that's the kind of thing that thing was designed for. That's great. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous, 5-0.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
So, memo says that my employee, emergency manager, signed off for the county. What's up with that? They're good at this, sir.
Oh, yeah, she just didn't have your name, I guess.
I can amend that for you, sir.
I know how to fix that.
There you go. 11, you Judith?
No, that is our, board member.
You're not authorized, you didn't put your name in there for her.
Not that big, no. Just the fish and fun.
Aren't we all?
I guess, clerk will have the original, y'all get a copy of it, and it's not binding until y'all sign off.
We will definitely have it signed back to you immediately.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Item number 12, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to accept $5,000 from Lariat Contractors for temporary patch on Brown Road, FM 1725, and have them completely replaced when the pipeline is completed.
So that's on
They
there?
already do all Brown Road when the pipeline.
No, they're just, where they for. So that's just, for transparency, we patched it, it was quicker for us to get to it than to get a contractor out, and we patched it, they reimbursed us.
Anytime some members of the public, the county receives a donation or a gift, it's not really a gift, but they're giving to the county if y'all somebody wanted to donate a 12 gauge right gun to give to the sheriff for, breaking in crack houses, we'd have to vote to accept any donations or gifts.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Jacinto,
I'll second.
second by Commissioner Donnie. Forgive me if I cut you off. If you got more to say, go right
No,
ahead.
that's fine. I just wanted to make sure it was voted on.
Somebody whispered in this area, move things along.
It's Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Thanksgiving, something about cooking and all that. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous 5-0. 13, consideration, discussion, and possible vote. And by all means, send them out a letter or something for the generous donation. They're paying for damage they cause, but sometimes people just want to give and,
Not necessarily did they have to, they were supposed to replace it,
Well,
but they had to.
if any reaching out to them is done, I'm gonna count on you to take care of it.
Got it.
All right. 13, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve Ramsey's transit contract with San Jacinto County. I sent them an email, and asked for a report. You guys that's been on the court for a long time probably can remember back in the day when they would send us an annual report. So I got no clue who's even using it anymore. It's all we have in the way of mass transit in San Jacinto County. But before, I believe it was Ike, they were, years ago, a lot of people used it because they made a regular trip down to John Seeley Hospital. A lot of our constituents use that. But the hospital got flooded in that storm, and they changed the way they do business now. That system farms people out to medical facilities all over the county. And I don't remember the last time I saw it.
I seen one yesterday.
Now, we have a constituent that drives for them. A lady from down there around Shepherd did drive it for them.
I saw her driving that bus yesterday.
Robert Shackles on that road, transit board.
I saw them come at the stop sign about 3 months ago. I did see them one time. They were easing around there like they were lost or something. It's a good program. I just don't know if
Benefits.
yeah, and so we can just renew it another time, or I can.
You got one constituent, you're making wages out of it.
Yeah, making like, I agree, but
At least.
yeah, that's only one. I see them, but I don't know exactly where they go.
Don't y'all remember though when they used to give us a report? I guess they changed leadership or
We
something.
held it one year and made them give us a report before we gave them money. After $3,000, I don't know.
I have a motion by Commissioner Matuno.
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Morris, so I guess we'll sign the agreement and then we get ready to make the check out. Bring me the check. I want to see a report, see what we're getting out of this. Unless y'all have a way of doing it, you may see those.
I'll talk to that lady myself.
Okay.
Who drives that bus and I'll be
I'm just curious if people don't know that offer is there to local.
Probably some of that to employment, and it's a reasonable fee, but, I would just, it'd be helpful to have more information. All right, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. We pay about a month. I don't want you to bring me a check every month this week. 11/26. firm for professional services for the 2024 flood/Beryl disaster CDBG D for disaster from proposals that were received during the procurement process. I like to use that procurement process word as much as possible. So when Miss Judy and the county is getting audited, we can say, well, look, here it is, right here on that agenda we have. They like to beat us up about procurement for whatever reason. Farmers Administrative Services, we had 3 highly qualified applicants. One, it seems, rose to the top after review by the scoring committee. And we had Langford Community Management Services scored, that's, I believe, the total of the committee members' scores, 329.50. Coming in a somewhat distant second was Grant Works, 320.77. And third, KSBR LLC, 320 points.
So by the score, I'll make a motion, we go with Langford.
I have a motion by Commissioner Mars.
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Dominic. Any questions? Lovely and delightful Miss Langford is here today. I wish you had 12, Judy Langford. You do a great job. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. It's unanimous, 5-0. I mean that. We appreciate, we kind of like it when folks will show up. If I ever had something to fuss about, sometimes we have some of these, and we've had a few of the youngsters, some of you younger employees not show up, or do it on Zoom. Everything don't have to be in person, but so you know the kind of stuff that because if we got questions, we like to, and you don't ever study, you give us the answer, and then we move on.
So you need that scoring and all that to put in that folder with that, or not?
Yes, sir.
You do need that, all that?
Yes, sir. Our copies of it.
Yeah.
You need the file total or everybody's score sheets?
Everybody's score sheets and the file total and a copy of every one of the proposals there.
You got yours? Well, I got the, I got.
If you want to give me copies, I'll let you know.
Since we hired you, can we get you to expound on what we're applying for?
Yes, sir.
While we're waiting to get this stuff up?
The next phase is
October 24 flood, right?
So,
It's,
listen, that's one,
Oh, I know you got.
well, you're hired, but, we haven't negotiated the contract. Now, there's a range in there, cause one firm, the one that I gave the highest score, and I'll tell you the honest truth, I don't even know them, but they went 6.5, and you and the other firm went maximum 8. Is there any wiggle room on that or not?
Well, it depends on what you decide to do with an application. So that's the
I'm
reason.
just asking, I mean, it shocked me that somebody went for anything other than the max.
So the reason with the max is because we don't know before, it's kind of a catch-22 with these proposal processes, because we don't know what you're going to apply for. And as far as the environmental is concerned, that's under our grant administrative services. And if we have to do cultural resource surveys and things like that, some of those things cost $30,000, $40,000 just for the cultural resource survey, not for the environmental as a whole. And so there's unknowns in the process.
The last one we did, the environmental could have went a lot smoother. I really don't know who is to blame for it taking so long, but you know some of the issues that popped up.
Doing, not we did.
It may not have, yeah, we're doing it. It may not have even been the engineer or grant administrator, but there is a third party involved. And I've been, well, I don't want to say, but, like those distances on all those projects. And that was tied to the environmental, because you gotta do the environmental in the ranges. And, someone suggested to me, and I'll share why, it was the third party that might have gone that way.
Sometimes.
But
To
anyway,
answer your question about what it is, what's in front of you and what we would be doing is with a contract negotiation, is that in 2024, y'all had two federal disasters, presidential disasters, rains and then Beryl. Jacinto County at a very good place in the scoring process that's coming forward from GLO for those funds. There's about $94 million in the state of Texas. There's a lot of people that are eligible, but the county, because you were in both of the disasters, you score higher. So it is absolutely, in my opinion, worth it for the county to submit applications. And they're basically a pre-app to begin with, and then then they invite a full application. So the pre-apps, we expect them to start coming, GLO to announce those in January. You will need to have an idea of what you want to apply for. You can apply for up to 2 projects or 2 applications. Either one of them is anywhere between $500,000 and $5 million. That's the choice of the county. And then it has a 10% match to it. So it has a significant match. So you may or may not want to go to $5 million because of that 10% match. Even though $10 on the 100 is a pretty good deal when you're looking at budgeting. So those would be the choices of the county. And you can apply for 2. I know y'all usually like to break it up amongst the precincts. That would be up to y'all. It'd be nice if it was countywide, but that would be up to y'all to break it up.
that make it kind of hard, though. How do you do we don't have a road that would serve all 4 counties.
Yes, sir,
And primarily, we're trying to get,
But you probably could have 2 roads to serve two precincts at the same time.
Yeah, Red Road, 59.
so while we got the tape on, I want to make sure it was on the record for those
Roads, I know where he was going to on that.
For those of y'all that might wonder, this is the same proposals that we advertised and we advertised again because there were some concerns that one didn't go out when it was supposed to, and then there were some criteria issues. So we did this thing twice. So I feel like we turned a somersault trying to do procurement the best we could.
You have fully procured these positions.
Very well said.
So you're gonna help us get the pre-application, and that's gonna be no fee, right?
That's my fee.
And then if we get invited, you with whoever engineer will pick one up, present a better application.
Yes, sir, but you do need to be thinking now over the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays, because when they do the pre-app, it doesn't have to be super specific, but you do have to say what you want to apply for generally, whether it's drainage, whether it's streets, whatever it is. And then you do have to put a number in it as far as I want to apply for 2 projects of $5 million.
So what are the qualifications supposed to be? Did it fail to perform during October floods or Beryl? Or?
Yes, sir, it has to have a tie back to the disaster.
Okay.
So the county had significant damage during the hurricane. And had we been able to just sit back and let the rain run into jail, we could have probably applied and got relief for that. We have already done it, and that's not something we can get
You cannot be reimbursed for it, no, sir. But my understanding is that you still have continued issues with some of the other, no, not any of the other buildings, other than the courthouse?
Did you get any water in the basement during the floods?
Well, it's not something you have to decide.
Seeping in, just like, but not near as bad, I think, but maybe not.
Just want you guys to start.
We'll look into that.
So what would score, what projects in your opinion would score the best? Drainage and road improvements, or do you have any?
That does not affect the score whatsoever.
What does affect the score?
Whether you were affected by both of the presidential disasters, low to moderate income is still part of the deal.
So that's us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So can we use the monies that we recovered with as an example of how bad we were tore up?
Yes, sir, you can.
Because we have all the documented work for FEMA, and there's no telling. I mean, it's probably $2 million that it cost us.
Absolutely. Any of your FEMA documentation
Yes.
proves up your case for your project for GLO.
I mean, we got hit in this flood, I'd say we almost had as much water as we had in Harvey, but we even had it.
I guarantee you it was worse than Harvey for me.
And precinct 4, that's an area that not typically hit that hard, but they got hammered up there.
That's where the buckets of the water fell, correct? Yes, sir.
We put out 10-foot covers.
I saw 100-foot wide.
Sir?
They had 100-foot wide on some of the covers you had. Yeah, 10-foot mark had it there.
But in that case, if you replace them with FEMA, and I know
I'm not saying fix those, I'm saying to help us score higher in the application process.
it's actually just proving it.
Yeah.
But it's very helpful to prove it.
Good, we've got that.
Okay. But that's not something you have to decide today.
No.
Just want you thinking about it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have a copy, I have all the stuff that I need copies of, because I can give it to you and see.
That'd be where I'm going. That might have never worked on it. Yeah, no, you simply wait, that's all.
Me too, that other one was from 2019.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
That's what I'm talking about.
this road.
Fritz will be here, remember. He'll be a Mr. Beater and all this. Fritz will.
What are you talking about?
I said, you'll be on Mr. Beater and all this.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be on the skid
I'll
steer.
be hopefully thinning cows or something. Yeah, on the skid steer. Well, we're fixing to do the one for the engineers, you probably need them copies too, since that falls under administrative.
I just spoke to Margie about it, thank you, sir, you're correct.
Item number 15, consideration, discussion, possible vote to select engineering firm for professional services for the 2024 flood / Beryl / disaster CDGB or DG. It's DG, I think. G, disaster from proposals that were received during the procurement process. Now, we had 6 responses from firms all over the state. We had LJA with a total score of 391. SPI, Schaumburg and Polk, 368. Blau Engineering, 367. Meta Engineering, 343. McManus and Payne, 334.
Skip that.
I'm sorry, what?
You skipped those shows.
I did, Doucette, 358, they were right there in the, well, they were the fourth. Yeah. That wasn't intentional, I just went right past it.
Susan, they has her computer for the thing.
I run out of things to say, but, yes, sir.
Motion that we accept LGA as our engineering.
LJA was an escrow.
Yes. They had a score, let me read them out again, LJA.
I just wasn't running them down. I think the committee had a recommendation.
LGA.
Who? LJA. Is that how you say? Is that a motion?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a motion by Commissioner Sweeney.
Second, I'll second that.
Second by Commissioner Jacinto. LJA. Motion and a second. Any comments? Any concerns? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. The ayes have it unanimous, 5-0. You got copies of whatever it is she needs, right?
Yes, that's why I told her I have copies of all of it. I'll give it to her.
I got copies of all these books, if you need them.
I have the electronic. I have them.
You'd rather have electronic anyway. All right, I kind of like to have those anyway. If you need them, you can order them up. All right. Item number 16, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve agreement with private landowner, CLW. That stands for Coleman, Lowe, and Weinheimer. Those of y'all that might not know. To store and stockpile road material at 10,001 FM 2025 for use on local repairs and local forest subdivision.
I gave a letter to y'all, and one short, so I gave one down from the company. Okay.
Commissioner's got a written authorization from CLW Inc. that gives permission for San Jacinto County to store material and equipment on their property while working on the road. CLW will not be liable for material, equipment, or persons. Signed by Rosemary Weinheimer, who's the CEO, I'm pretty sure.
Mr. Sweeney, I'm just telling you that I could send you 2 or 3 dump trucks, well, you wouldn't have to do that. Cause you ain't never been in this situation.
That's why we got this.
People are gonna raise sand. When I tell you they're gonna raise sand, they're gonna raise sand. I'm just forewarning you.
Have you looked at the agreement?
No, I have the agreement in my hand, it's 2 lines.
Yeah.
Yes.
I seen it already.
No offense, but I probably looked at way more of them than you have.
That's very good.
It covers all the bases, it is not one of them 40-page agreements. It just basically states in writing that he has permission. And that's what's so important, isn't that right? I mean,
That's the.
we don't have a road DA, but I've seen. Well, you know, this this is completely innocent, he's coming above the board, they're just doing him a favor, because he can stockpile that material a few hundred yards from where he's gonna lay it down. As opposed, he's gonna save money by hauling it that short distance. I think it's a very good idea they got a 10-foot fence, it ain't like somebody can go up there and be stealing material at night. Not a 10-foot, about a 8-foot.
To stockpile.
If I don't ever have to get involved, great. I mean, that's perfectly fine.
Since we have approved it by the court and we have written permission by the landowner, you don't have any heartburn over this, huh?
No, sir, I'll try to stay out of all the fights I can. Yes, sir.
I have a motion by Commissioner Donnelly, a second by Commissioner Sweeney. Any other questions or comments? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous, 5-0. When are you gonna start working on it? Like right after next week? Yeah. Hopefully. That's more than yeah, good deal. Good deal. Item number 17, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the agreement between West Publishing Corporation / Thompson Reuters and Sansing County Criminal District Attorney.
Yes, sir. So this is our Westlaw system that we use for legal research. Whenever and you find individuals call me and say, "Hey Todd, I was wondering what's going on." This is generally the system I use to research it. So we use my ADAs and my paralegal. So this was taking the place in 2025 of like the books that are in the legal library, right?
Do what now? What'd you just say?
It's taking the place of books in the legal
No,
library.
I know. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So is there a terminal for the public to use? Because every time a lawsuit's filed, lawyers are paying into that law library fund, but we ain't bought a book in 10 years.
That I will happily get out of the law library business. I am fine with not being involved in it.
No, I was just trying to make a point. That's my understanding that there is a terminal in there.
Yes, sir. That's my understanding as well. Yes, sir.
So you got three, it says quantity.
Four users, so that'll be myself, Tommy Tenson, my paralegal, and two agents.
So, this is not what they use in the law library? So, would you have to have a fourth one?
That's on a separate account, it's not through, this is a contract with the DA's office. Yes, sir. This is specifically just for that.
So, and you're gonna pay for this out of yours?
Yes, sir. It's a budgeted item. Yes,
It's not
sir.
the law library?
No, sir. No, sir. So, and I do want to make clear, so what we're currently paying is $1,601 a month. It is going up a little bit this, and it's a 36-month contract. There's a 6%.
42, so it went up $41.
And there's a 6% increase year to year over the next 36 months.
Somebody pointed out many moons ago, because it was kind of all merged together, and the law library fund was kind of funded all that, but you clearly have a separate.
Yes, sir, this is completely unhooked to this, and just for that. Basically,
Was there a separate contract with them for the county law library?
that's my understanding.
Oh, is
That's my
it?
understanding.
So you're-
Is there, Miss Martin? Because I don't know.
If it's not, I'm just saying we should put one in there.
I was gonna say, the sheriff usually sends
I'm
an
perfectly
invoice
fine with
that
that.
comes out
Like,
of the law library.
Especially the less I have to do. There is, and to be perfectly honest, I've never been super comfortable with being the one in charge of the law library. That's supposed to be available for defense and public. I don't think the prosecution should be the gatekeeper for those people. It looks kind of weird, right? So, it's just been one of those things that's always been.
There's been a lot of wise heads sitting in your chair before, and that's the way they always done it, so.
I understand. I'm just, look, I mean,
Who else is gonna do it? I mean,
that's usually how things wind up in my corner, Judge, but, you know.
and you've been around long enough, we all got some things that were not, there's some things I wish I didn't have to be responsible for, but. Are you able to manage it?
Is that something you want, Judge?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, as long as they got the money out of the law library, this private account instead of the board.
If there's an easier way to do that, that's fine with me. I don't mind
But it's not this particular,
no, it's not. It comes out of the law library.
Yeah, I don't think that's, the law requires the same,
Account?
no, yeah, like company doing it.
I believe so, the terminal would be through Westlaw.
It is the same, but it's two separate accounts, because it's the law library's account, and that's his account. You don't want
I
to,
get it, but we're buying all the copper machines to the county and everybody's getting one, so it's just, to me, it's just redundant to have 5 or 6 accounts for the same thing.
If you do want my opinion on this, Commissioner, I would say that probably the package that I use for Westlaw would be overkill for that perspective, from that perspective, because it does drafting forms, those kind of things.
yeah.
So-
He's right about that. They just need, we have to provide access to look up the law and stuff, not all the software to draw,
So it needs a
motions to discover and everything else you draw.
Sure.
they cheat for research.
Right,
Oh, yeah.
right. So,
That's
I
a
mean,
good point.
if I was gonna say, I mean, this breaks down to about $410 a user, right? I think that there's probably other resources out there like Case Search or some of those other stuff, other sources that are running about $150, $175 a month, which would be appropriate for that.
But I also think they have a LexisNexis.
LexisNexis does exist too, but it's gonna be also pretty expensive too, and it's got all the widgets like drafting documents and
You
all
don't
that.
have both, right? We've used Lexus before, but now we're using.
I only use, I think it's overkill to have 2 different ones.
Yeah.
So and the reason we're doing this is because the platform that they're, like they always do, we're getting rid of this platform, so you gotta buy onto this one. So planned obsolescence, right? They're phasing out the platform I currently use
Yes, sir.
because everybody's going AI now, right? That's the direction of the industry.
All right, I'll make that motion to approve.
I have a motion by Commissioner Jacinto.
I'll second.
I have a second by Commissioner Donnelly. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0.
Fantastic.
Happy birthday.
You got anything on that? All right.
It's hanging on the wall.
Oh, this Christmas stuff there. Mr. Dillon?
Yes, sir.
It says sign, authorized, do you want me to sign or you want to sign?
Judge, since I'm the authorized party on there, I think it probably caused less heartburn. I just wanted to make sure the commissioners were in there for the public knew what I was doing.
Better safe than sorry.
Okay, whatever you want to do.
We budgeted, we got it by
All right, moving right along. Thank you so much. Item number 18, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the addition of local funds to cover construction overages for the GLO CDBG DR 2019 grant 2406740 E228 San Jacinto County Lee Turner Road Improvement Project.
And that's coming out of the general fund, right?
Yeah. That's the money you budgeted? That's the money you budgeted, right?
I budgeted, Margie made a line for it for this budget, so it's there sitting and waiting.
You know, you were, I said I'd give you kudos on the other. And when we accepted the donation, you said 4 precinct 3 in your application, but didn't get on the agenda 4 precinct 3.
Oh,
But you didn't do that on this one.
well, I didn't put this one on it, they put it on for me, but I'm glad. I'm ready.
Inquiring minds would like to know how much money local funds are we talking about?
I believe it's 178,000 coming out of precinct 3, but we made a line, so it's big.
178,000 of your road bridge funds to help finish this road bridge project because it went over. No fault of yours, costs just keep going up. Y'all went out from bid, and in order to do what was bid, you gotta come up with $178,000.
It's been in the works since 2019, so.
Oh, I know,
Prior to
I'm
things,
just letting the public know what we're doing here.
I said things are way higher.
178,973.
178,973 and 61 cents,
7 cents.
67 cents.
Donnie, I was close.
How'd they come to 67 cents?
Got it down.
So,
That's for
where we,
what,
how,
he's changing out bullets right now.
good.
Ditch is ready.
I think in the past, I don't know whether it was you or we had to move like mailboxes and stuff, or was that another project?
Well, I did, me and my husband on ours, moving mailboxes, cause it's a drainage, grant, so I figured we needed all 100 mailboxes out of the ditch, so we can clean the ditch.
Does that need a motion on that?
Whenever y'all are ready.
Yeah, we need a motion on that.
I'll make a motion.
All right, I have a motion by Commissioner Domingue, second by Commissioner Sweeney. Any, questions, all in favor? Say aye, any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0. Ms. Langford, your name's on this, is there anything you want to interject?
On the return.
No, I don't appreciate that. No, this was what we needed to do to be able to move forward with the GLO. They require it.
Said everything we need to say, and
Yes, sir.
we're good to go.
I decided to use a project.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Item number 19, consideration, discussion, possible vote to extend time over 240 hours for Ms. Davis. Okay, extend time over 240. You wanna get up and talk about that? Because the public don't know what that means.
So I
I don't
have
know exactly what kind of hours you're talking about. I assume I have,
vacation, I gave y'all a chart.
you gave us a chart?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have. Mr. Dieter ain't got one, but, anyway.
As y'all know, since I've been before the court, people brought me before the court this year for doing my job. I was short a couple of employees, and so we replaced those, but my employees that were there had to train those employees. So I have a couple that's when Rosie's gonna go 84 minutes over her 240. Diane actually is below hers because her father-in-law passed away and they had to go to Florida, and she didn't use her bereavement time. She used her personal vacation time to bring her time down. And so
How
I
many
have,
vacation hours do you get in a year?
I'm sorry?
How many vacation hours do you get in a year? How long you been here?
Depends on how long you've been here. I have 3 that get 4 weeks vacation a year.
All right.
Because I have one that's been there 35 years, one 28 years, and one 17 years, or 18 years.
So the minimum is 18 years, and they've been accumulating hours, and they try to use it as they can, but since you had 2 that were left, or you got short, one went to, one of the commissioner's offices.
Yeah, for more money, yay!
Anyway, you don't want them to have to lose their hours.
I don't want them to have to lose their time because they are very time worthy, and I myself have had 3 days off this year, so we've all sacrificed to run that office and keep it running. So I appreciate my employees, and I don't want them to lose a minute over what, if
Well,
it
you
was.
caught back up for us, employees, if you fill those vacancies,
Yes, we have one that's in training right now.
you're gonna encourage them to take some time off in the forthcoming year and try to get this down?
Yeah, I'll probably have some retiring, so this probably won't happen a lot in the future, but, one of them has to do some medical leave, so she'll use most of hers. And the other two will be trying to use theirs. It's just hard when you get 4 weeks a year and then you already have time. It's a continuing battle, but we try to use it.
So can I ask a question about, you prorated this to the end of the year when we cut back to 240?
Right.
Because what the lead bank that I have, they're all right there. And Lisa George, you said, I shouldn't put any names out there, but one employee that she's gonna use some of hers, right?
Before the end of the year?
Yeah. I thought that's what you said. I was trying to.
No. They can't use it before the end of the year. We're in the middle of tax season. There's no way that anybody can take off anymore.
I thought that's what I heard. Did I not hear that?
It's happening in February.
Yes, she'll be using it next year. No, we don't take off during, tax time. I don't, they don't, nobody does, unless it's an emergency. I need all hands on deck.
These employees that you said are retiring, when are they retiring?
Oh, I don't know. They're up for retirement, so one day they're gonna retire. I don't know. They haven't turned anything in. Nobody's turned anything in.
Something about taking off when we're trying to get
I'll make a motion to pass that.
Pass it. When you say pass it, you mean to approve.
To approve.
Pass it means we're kicking the can down.
No, so
what is our policy?
Our policy does not read that, and if we change it for one, we need to change it. Does the policy need to be changed to do it for one office? For everybody else?
I thought the policy was that I had to come before court if I needed to extend the time. I thought that's what your office told me.
Yes, it is. That's what I'm asking you. Are we changing it for policy or just doing it for one office? That's what I'm asking.
Well, if some other office had more time, I would just ask they come to the court.
I'm just asking the question to be clear on my part.
Okay.
So the reason that we issued that 240 is the cap is to alleviate the county's responsibility for somebody just banking up a bunch of vacation time and then they quit and then we have to pay them out and we don't budget for that money. We never budget for that money. So that's the reason we've done it. And 240 hours to carry forward is quite a bit. I realize.
Well, you're carrying 240 over. All I'm asking is for the overage.
And
they use it before June of next year.
Plus a good part of the next year. You get 160 hours a year, don't you?
All of these employees get 160 vacation.
Yeah. So they had
Because they're long-time
this year and they had some left over, which was okay from last year.
I just feel like they've been here a long time and they deserve to get paid for their time.
If she
I
had
let
lost two hands,
office.
if she had lost two employees right in the middle of all this, they wouldn't be in this predicament. So this item is on here to do this for this department. It's an exception. We're not changing the whole policy.
What is your cap that you're wanting it raised to?
I'm sorry?
What is your cap that you're wanting it raised to?
I don't want it raised. I just want this extended, like the policy says, and they'll use it before June of next year.
Before June.
All right, we're going can we get the motion reworded to say, motion to extend the cutoff date for these hours to fall off until June 1st of next year.
I make a motion to extend it till June 1st of next year.
That's what you want us to do,
Yes,
right?
sir. Let me read the letter. I have 3 employees that will have over 240 hours at the end of the year. I am asking the court to extend that time forward and allow time for these employees to use this overage before June 30th of 2026.
But not
June 30th, I'm sorry.
That's what the policy says.
I have a motion to that effect by Commissioner Donovan. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second by Commissioner Sweeney. Well, June 30th comes here and they hadn't burnt these hours, they're gonna lose them.
Down to what, the 240, is that what you're saying?
Down to 240.
Down to 240, so anything they accumulate from now to then, at June the 31st, they're only gonna have 240 sitting there? So we'll be back in the same boat, because they're in a 6 point.
Well, they're gonna use their overage before June 30. I guarantee y'all
I just think,
that my office is gonna run efficiently and we're gonna be there to wait on the public. And we will get that time down and they will not have over 240 next December. How about that?
This has never happened.
Cause you're losing,
But I know it.
you're probably
We've fought it over and
They're gonna lose their
over.
they're gonna have their vacation.
The gal's been there for a long time.
Miss Rosie.
And she lost two
Well, I can't say
employees.
there's no-
No, I'm just saying, maybe she might retire.
so,
I hope they stay till they.
lose your
They're not guilty of
comment.
I don't want them to retire.
75% of them lose.
Yeah, some portion of it. So it's just 30 seconds before.
I'm telling you.
I just think if we open that can of worms, I don't beat the bad guy here, if we open that can of worms, the sheriff department will be over here next week doing the same thing.
And it'll be 35 years before they got somebody with
They got
35.
people over there right now that's got 500 hours.
It's not the same when you've been there 35 years, and it's the first time this has come up.
And tax time is, I mean, they have to be there. There was no other option.
I've had some lose time in the past and I don't want them to lose time.
And we've been promised, we've added and added and added, and that's all gonna fix it. If we add more employees, it's supposed to fix it, and it all start, I don't know if it's fixing itself or not, but it's.
The only one you're really extending is Leisha Jordan's, and she's going out for some surgery next year, and she will use probably 4 to 6 weeks. The other, Diane's under hers right now, and Rosie's got 84 minutes. I'll give her 84 minutes. I'll calculate it up and pay her.
I have no doubt that you will. I have a motion and a second. Any comments? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
I'm gonna say,
Where you at, Mr. Mike? Huh? All right, guys have it. It passes 4-1. Commissioner Latuno is the one. Thank you so much. Number 20, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve participating entity services agreement for the Savins grant between San Jacinto County and Sylogist Gov. Inc.
So what this is, Judge, you've already approved the Savins contract, but this is a new company that does the billing for, the services, because they had a whole new change at the, Office of General Services. So this is the contract between that vendor, and we have to have that on file, before they can start billing us, and then we file for the.
This is for the statewide automated victim notification services, AKA Savins program. We've had this for, I don't know, 15, 20 years.
I'll start to say something, I don't know, it would be fiscal year.
So what you're approving is that last little page of that last contract. Exhibit B.
And this is for the, don't we get state funds from this?
Yes, this is a grant, yeah. But in order to get the funds, they have to bill us. And that's what we use to
Yeah, so this
draw the
is,
funds.
it's not a, this doesn't cost the county nothing. Make that motion. Thank you so much. I have a motion by Commissioner Sweeney, second by Commissioner Donnelly. Any comments?
No, sir. We're talking past tense.
Oh, okay, well, I thought y'all had an issue with this, I can't imagine. Any other comments, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0.
Do you need need a copy to sign?
Look like this contract's e-sign, isn't it? Then there's another page back here that I guess I could. Yes. Did you know Mr. Chair, you can do that? Well, name and title on Thank you. All right, next. Yeah, we voted 5-0. Ayes have it, 5-0. Number 21, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the proclamation for Harm J. Ritchie Day.
Here.
Did you know him, Chris? I remember when Miss Ritchie ran the jail, I think that, he lived down there, so I think that was, yeah, I mean, I probably did, I know who he was, I don't know, he might have been killed before I was.
Yeah, he was. He was killed in the 50s.
I know I believe it was his wife, Miss Ritchie, ran the jail, and she lived in the jail, in the old jail.
Now, what year did you think she retired from jail?
Seriously, I remember my daddy pulling up to that jail, and he'd make some of those bonds, pull outside, throw the bond up through the bars, they'd catch it, sign it, throw it back down. It was a little looser.
I remember when the inmate did it.
Yeah, the inmates ran the jail.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they did. That's what he did.
Anyway, Harm J. Ritchie was a deputy. He was trying to stop somebody out in the road on, about where the Mexican joint is, so I'm told, history tells me. And he was run over in the line of duty and killed.
I never knew that.
And, we have, in the courthouse, we have a area that they put together with, pictures of, deputies that were, killed in the line of duty. And this is an attempt to acknowledge Mr. Ritchie.
You find that? Who found that?
Dale Everett.
Oh, Dale
Everett came up with it.
He would know.
So, I have a motion by Commissioner Natuno. Do I have a second? Second by Commissioner Donovan. When Miss Ritchie lived there, Miss Ruby, she had two boys, Marn Doug and Jughead. Oh, David. You remember Jughead? I remember Marn Doug. Yeah. The dad. Anyway, he run them all. Cousins and all over here. Yeah, and the Doug. He turned a little on the back. Never would thought that. No, never would thought that. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0. A long time since I heard that name. Was that his real name? I think M-A-R-R-O-N and Douglas Ritchie, and there was Marn Doug, his daddy was named Marn Doug, he was junior, and there's a boy up there, I think he's still in Point Blank, the third. It is. He's got a brother named Curtis that's a carpenter, built a house, he's good carpenter.
I met one of them, I remember that.
He lives in Governor's Point, I believe. Who we talking about? Curtis Ritchie. Oh, yeah. Well, no, actually, last time I think I saw him was in that Governor's Point. Oh, good.
Anyways, just curiosity.
Item number 22, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to review and approve the renewal of the Granicus contract. Oh, wait a minute, let me back up.
You gotta read the clock.
Yeah, I'll read that. Proclamation of San Jacinto County declaring Hiram J. Ritchie Day, 1955. Whereas Deputy Hiram J. Ritchie was a duly respected and honored and dedicated law enforcement officer who gave of his time in the service of San Jacinto County. Whereas Deputy Hiram J. Ritchie was a veteran and law enforcement officer in San Jacinto County where he served for years. Whereas Deputy Hiram J. Ritchie was also served as Justice of the Peace Precinct 4 and as jailer along with his wife Ruby. That's what I said. I hadn't read this. Who cooked and helped manage the San Jacinto County Jail. And whereas Deputy Hiram J. Ritchie gave unselfishly of himself with all his heart and soul, serving the citizens of San Jacinto County, protecting lives and property. And whereas Deputy Hiram J. Ritchie made the ultimate sacrifice in upholding the oath he took to enforce the laws of the state of Texas and the protection of San Jacinto County citizens. And whereas on September 30th, 1955, Deputy Hiram J. Ritchie was attempted a traffic stop on Patrick Street near Highway 156 in Cold Springs, Texas. He was struck by a hit-and-run driver and died 3 hours later in Huntsville, Texas hospital, and made a sacrifice that will not be forgotten in San Jacinto County. And whereas Deputy Hiram J. Ritchie is buried at Laurel Hill Cemetery and his marker reads, "Enemy of none, loved by all." Therefore, be it proclaimed that I, Fritz Farmer, San Jacinto County Judge, and on behalf of the Commissioners Court of San Jacinto County, do hereby recognize Deputy Hiram J. Ritchie of the San Jacinto County Sheriff's Department for his dedication and accomplishments, and proudly proclaim, the day, November 26th, as Deputy Hiram J. Ritchie Day. So it says here, him and his wife Ruby, she was the cook. That back when the jail staff was only 2 people. Chief, you hear that?
There wasn't nobody in there, but
And Miss Jolly was very nice, she would probably cook for everybody.
Nobody, they let their own self out.
Okay, now we'll go to 22. Consideration, discussion, possible vote to review and approve the renewal of the Granicus contract.
Judge, I just want to introduce everybody to Megan. She's a fairly new employee of mine. She handles your hotel tax and everything, so she's gonna present this.
Granicus is what the county uses to collect hotel tax. We have for a few years from what I understand. There is no increase to the price for renewal. We actually was able to decrease it by around $2,000.
You got to read the fine terms, and we don't need that, we don't need this, and good job. So we found a way to get what we needed for 2,000 less.
Yes, she was a good handler.
Good, I like that. So we just want to renew it at a reduced rate, $2,000 less.
Yes.
That ought to be one somebody jump on.
And it's paid, and just for the public, you're paying it out of the hotel motel tax, correct?
Yes.
We have a motion by Commissioner Sweeney. Second by Commissioner Jacinto.
Maybe donated.
Good job. Any more comments or concerns or questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 5-0. Here's a, she'll have this, I'll send it to whoever it is. Thanks, appreciate that. You saved us $2,000, that's good job. 23, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve necessary actions regarding matters pertaining to the community park.
So I've got a lot to tell you, but I'll make it as quick as possible. Last week, the judge brought in a skid steer, and that was you had a skid steer?
Skid steer.
Yes, and scraped the land. Commissioner Mars brought in dirt, and you also had another donation of dirt.
Branch Street with Street Brothers Construction donated some dirt to the, I paid him for one load out of my pocket, and then he brought me another one, right after that. He said, I'm donating this load. And, I think before, and this wasn't no big planned out thing, I just said, well, I'm gonna go over and get something rolling, because I want to be able to say we've got some progress. And before I think the first load I got spread, Commissioner Mars covered me up with 5 more loads. And,
we were able to dig him out, but.
And then the next thing I know, I hear, we also got the pad built and we cleared out the area for the, am I talking when the
Commissioner, Jacinto came in with his maintainer and scraped some of the land where the new toy's gonna go. I talked to a plumbing company, they're interested in donating the part of the plumbing. I sent them the plans, they're getting back with me. Concrete, is gonna be coming in from Langford Concrete.
Langford, yeah.
And we have a schedule already put together to start that process.
Yes.
So last week, or week before last, a company that Commissioner has been working with, what is their name?
It's the Woodlands Ranch, but also Lake Livingston Ranch. So, Josie Alexander is, the daughter of the developer. They mentioned that they wanted to pitch in on some stuff around our community to be good stewards.
So I got with them, they want to help with the trees and the landscaping. So yesterday, they had a guy named Jordan call me. He had designed the Memorial Park in Houston, and he wanted to come out here and design.
He's from Virginia, I think. Yes, yeah, because he originally from here. I forwarded his number to one of y'all, because he was wanting to talk to you. Well, Commissioner, that's good.
So he wants to come out and help design our park. I did say, hey, wait, we're just a little bitty park, but he loves what we're doing as far as making it a memorial park. And from my understanding, Commissioner Dawkins, people are going to donate the trees and everything that go with it.
They're very green, they want everything.
Yes.
They're environmental.
Yeah, well, we told no pine trees.
Yeah, we told no pine trees.
They're doing lots with longleaf pine, but longleaf pine, if they planted, my grandchildren might do, they slow growers, really slow.
50 years.
Beautiful trees and wonderful timber, but yeah.
Them cows are white eating. I just ain't figured that out yet.
Well, we had talked about the fair, and they said that they were disappointed, they missed, they would like to pitch in for community stuff, and I mentioned the park.
Before I forget, I knocked over the dirt. Thank goodness, and Mr. Bailey helped me knock over some of the dirt. And Commissioner Morris said, Greg Schrader, his ace equipment operator, and when I was knocking it, the dirt looked like this, you know, but if you go by there, and now it's as slick as this table, and we were operating the same machine, and it's my machine, and he knows how to operate it, I promise you. He did a good job.
He did a great job.
They even sent a fellow over there with a gizmo that every time he set it down, it beeped. Well, I didn't even know what it was, but.
So then they also came back out and picked picked up the extra debris from scraping the land.
We had a really good day out there, so.
Really good.
Hey, I appreciate all, thank you for donating, Mark, thank you for donating.
And
Thank you, Don.
in the motion, we need to make sure we, accept, motion needs to include the dirt that was donated by Street Brothers and anything else that got donated, so.
So while we're talking, we hauled the extra material that we use on the parking lot out of my stock in the yard. We hauled it, Buddy's hauled it, Scott Spidey hauled it, and one of my employees said, y'all donating this, I'm donating my time too, so. A lot of people helping, you know,
Yes.
it sounds like.
People are coming out of the woodwork.
They are, man, that's what our community, that's the greatest thing about living in this community.
Yes.
Everybody helps everybody.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Making that.
That's why I live in the community I live.
Yeah. So that's all I have. I just wanted to update everybody on the progress.
We have a bunch of people in here that sometimes are a little hard to deal with, Mr. Dieter, but we all do.
Some people, Mr. Digger, don't take it. That's a good Mr. Digger.
They just like mentioning your name as much as they can.
I know that. Today I've heard that.
Keep you on your toes.
When the parking lot in, precinct 1 sent over a roller that kind of helped pack that stuff in.
Yeah. And we still have to do more on it. I know, I keep wanting to say it first. So
It's okay.
Commissioner Downey is, gonna donate the oil, and then Commissioner Morris is gonna flatten it out. So it's still got some more work to do, but we've got like 100 wheels going at one time, so.
So just for general information, while he had that beep laser thing, we had him ease over there and get on top of that manhole where the sewer's gotta go to, and it's 5 foot 11 inches. We got plenty of drop. It ought to be, able to gravity flow. Yeah, as opposed to a pressure system. Yeah. So, can we get a motion to accept the donations that we've talked about earlier?
I make a motion to accept the donations of the dirt and the labor.
I have a motion by Commissioner Dominey. Second by Commissioner Martino to accept all those donations we spoke of. Any other questions? All in favor? Say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous, 9-0. Item number 24, consideration, discussion, possible vote, approve necessary actions for purchases under the operational loan. Chief, have you done anything that you need to get approved or?
Nope, we're good.
All right.
I'm gonna save everything until next time.
We're joking.
Hey, y'all need some food.
I did it myself. My gal was out on a cruise, and me and the other lady, well, I prepared the agenda, and since she was doing the hard part, putting all the packages together and sending them, we filed it a little bit earlier than normal, so it kind of cut off the deadline. Anyway.
So the sheriff department needs a little kudos, they passed out turkeys.
Sure did.
Company called me and said, hey, I need some names because we don't know, like y'all know, so we appreciate y'all doing that.
Absolutely, I know I did.
Yeah, our constituents appreciate you doing that.
Since you brought that up, can I bring up something else? There was 2 ladies, elderly ladies that live in a house. I want to say it was on North 946. 946.
Go on the porch.
Yes. We are gonna go back over there and take care of that for them.
What do you need?
3/4 inch plywood.
Okay, I mean,
You want plywood?
Yeah, we paint it.
Okay.
what do you need?
2 sheets.
Donate it, just let me know.
All right. Other than that, I think we have everything else. That was the only thing we were gonna have to purchase, but we were gonna go back because one of our deputies fell through the floor
whatever we need, we'll,
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So we took-
I think everybody here would pitch in a little for that. Maybe a little bit.
I think I might even have a chicken sandwich.
The address, not right. Yeah. Well, you can just text that to me, because I left that with, I left it with the reserve guys.
Yeah.
I just don't remember which address. But I gotta go in and make sure what day is good for them.
All right, if there's nothing else here, we're gonna. We paid the bills, so next thing is consider approval of minutes of meetings, regular meeting on October 1st, October 15th, workshop October 22nd, and monthly meeting October 29th.
We get a motion to accept the minutes.
I have a motion by Commissioner Sweeney. Second by Commissioner Jacinto. Any questions, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0. We'll go back, well, all we got now is reports. While I'm signing, I'm gonna go back to public comments. Young lady in the red shirt, do you have something you want to say?
Yes, please.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Sorry, Mr. Thank you all for your time. I just wanted to mention to y'all, which you may already know, that our illustrious.
Tell everybody who you are for the record.
Hi, I'm Linda Almaguer. Thank you very much. I live here in Cold Spring. I'm a professional volunteer. See, I never worked harder for less pay. Anyway, so one of the things that you're probably aware of is our illustrious fire department is celebrating 55 years of service to the community. And we're having a gala event on the 5th of this month. And I would like to.
On the what day?
On the 5th.
December
At 6
5th.
o'clock.
Where's it gonna be?
And it's going to be at the Jones Building here, the old high school. And so, we'd love for y'all to come. I do have tickets. The tickets are $55 a person to attend. And Mary Gray is going to be catered the event. And there's going to be speakers that will be attending and some auction items.
One of your constituents.
Yeah, so we would love for y'all to meet your parents, like I said, and I do have tickets available, and we'll also have them at the senior center. I'll ask Charlie, she's very gracious about helping me with to help with those tickets. Just one more.
So the ticket is sort of a donation,
Yes.
$1 for every year they've been in
Yes.
existence,
I think they should.
serving our community.
Yes, sir. That sounds like a good deal. And so anyway, so yeah, there are volunteer fire department, yes. Volunteer fire department does a lot for the community, not just fight fires, but we do a lot of public events as well. So anyway, so I'm gonna tell you about that. And if I may share something with you that I've observed in the community, and maybe which has come to my attention, is it seems that our homeless population is kind of expanding a little bit and becoming more visual. And so, in case that hadn't been brought to your attention, I just want to kind of let you know, because I live right here in town, and a couple of them have wandered at the senior center. So I just wanted to let you know it's kind of, and I kind of started asking questions around the community, and I got to meet people over at CareShare that we had with the Thanksgiving event, trying to find out what she knew about that. She said she will literally, they give food away once a month. That's all they're allowed to come and get groceries once a month. And so, anyway, so that's, in the last couple of weeks, that's something that has now come to our front door as well. So kind of wanted to, we're a senior center, we become self-sufficient. If we didn't have that research shop, I don't think we'd even be around. Because our debt card funding, like a lot of funding, has been cut tremendously. And so we work hard with that research shop, trying to bring in funds. Anyway.
So the debt card funding, it's not debt card cutting, they get it from the federal government, so they just.
It trickles down. It trickles down. And I know and I realize that's not part of the revamping.
I don't know if it would never hurt to talk through your representative representative and see what they think.
Yeah, well, I know it's a realignment of a lot of different things. It's
Yes.
just part of the process. I live long enough, I see how that works. But anyway, just, I would just kind of put that, make you aware of it in case you weren't aware of it. And, I don't know what the answer is, but I've been asking a lot of questions, and I know we're a small county, and I know we don't have a lot of social services, and we only have so much money to do what we do.
My husband and I stopped and like paid for a hotel because it was raining. She don't want to live inside, she likes.
Well, they live in a lot of the woods around here. Some of them live on the woods and on the street where I live. But they like the way they live, and even Vicky, because I've had the conversation with her, because I've offered them, she has a list of services that are available for people that want to change their lives, and they go, no, I don't want to do that. Just like the two people that showed up.
She's soaking wet, all her clothes that she owned, all wet. It's a lot of for her on the Cleveland area.
It's, like I said, I don't know what the answer is, but I just want to kind of make you aware of that it's, it's an issue.
Sheriff, looking for some volunteers.
Usually those issues grow. They don't ever go.
Sheriff, looking for volunteers to take care of the dogs, right?
Just want to kind of put that bug in your ear before.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
You're back watching it. Let's do it.
Item number 9 on receive and consider October departmental reports for the treasurer, tax collector, auditor, sheriff, county clerk, district clerk, justice of the peace reports, constable reports, emergency management, fire marshal reports, agri-life extension, Indian health care, 911, and permitting fire marshal. Fire marshal's on there twice. I need to fix that. Veterans officer, and precinct sanitation reports.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martino, a second by Commissioner Dominant. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous, 5-0.
Mr. Morrison.
Forward, you want to approve the reports, Commissioner?
Yes.
5-0. I think that takes care of everything. I wish everybody here and all our constituents a happy Thanksgiving, be safe. I entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.